Hello and welcome to a new reaction video. My name is Larissa and today I'm going to react to the last two Avatar: The Last Airbender episodes. Well, first the 7th one, but I'm recording the 8th one after this. And if you already want to see my reaction to the 8th episode, you can check out my Patreon. There you can get the early access tier and then you can already see the 8th episode. Beside that, you can already see my uncut reactions, so my full reactions to all the episodes under the uncut reactions tier. So if you're interested in that, check it out. You would also really be supporting me and my channel, and I would really appreciate that. Keep in mind that you're also already supporting me by just watching my videos on YouTube, and that also means a lot. So don't feel pressure to subscribe to my Patreon or anything, only if you really can and if you really want. I feel like we're finally gonna go north. We have to get to the north, right? Because it's been long and we're almost at the end of the season, and that's also, I think, where the animated series kind of ended. So I think they're gonna get there now. The 6th episode was very exciting. It was very touching. It was about Zuko's backstory, and yeah, they really put some touching moments in there. I have to say, in the meantime, I have again been talking to some friends about this show, and I noticed that my views kind of keep changing. I'm still very positive about the show. I'm really enjoying it, but the more I watch of it, the more I talk to other people about it, I start to understand like why people are like a bit negative about it. To me, Sokka's character is a big improvement, even though I'm kind of annoyed that he's not goofy at all. He's like, he makes some dumb comments sometimes, but that's about it. Like, the misogynistic part, I'm very glad they kept that out. One of my friends also said, yeah, but you also have to think like, okay, they made him less misogynistic, but he's a character in a show, and characters in shows need to grow. So in what way is he gonna grow then? And I also realized that what he was saying absolutely made sense. But yeah, for me, it's mostly like he could have been a bit goofier. Same goes for Aang, actually. Now that I've watched 6 episodes, I'm like, damn, this dude is so serious. And yes, we've seen very serious aspects of him in the animated series as well. But in this show, it's just all serious this, serious that, I have to save the world, oh, it's all my fault. It's just, yeah, very serious and all. While he's really goofy in the animated series as well. And I feel like 2 times in the show he was like, I like to goof off with my friends. And I'm like, yeah, but we've never seen you be goofy. So that's also like one point of, yeah, critique where I'm like, could have been a bit more Aang, you know? And then when I look at Katara, they also changed her a bit. Like, honestly, I never really liked her in the animated series. It was just like, especially season 1 Katara, it was just like so whiny and always wanted to be the mom of the group. And I know it kind of gave her character, but I don't know, that was just not really my thing. When I was young, I was like, yeah, sure. And then there was like, for example, Toph or Suki, and I'm like, oh yeah, but these were like the strong, cool women. And Katara, she's strong and cool as well, but she was always so whiny and I didn't really like that. So I have to say, I never felt a lot for like the characters on itself anyway, so that's why maybe it bothers me less. For example, Suki, Toph, Mai, people like that were characters where I was like, ooh, yeah, okay, I really like them personally. With the main characters, I never really had that. So yeah, I'm starting to notice like, oh, they're a lot different, and I think there's positive sides and negative sides on that. Maybe that's the reason why I noticed it a bit later. But yeah, I get where those negative comments are coming from. I totally get that. To me, it's just like, from the beginning, I said to myself, like, the animated series is a masterpiece and nothing is ever gonna be better than that. So I think because I went in it with that mindset, I am not that bothered by things that are like not as good. But I completely understand if people don't go in with that mindset and they're like, oh, but I want this to be like just as good. Maybe not very like reasonable, but if you went in with that mindset, I get that you might be disappointed. People who are saying they ruined this entire show, and I'm like, don't take it all so serious, you know? It's still a fun show to watch, and even though there's points of critique, it's still, yeah, amusing. I feel like I'm doing a rant like this every other episode, because then some days have passed and I talk to new people about it. Oh, one more thing I wanted to mention too. In the 2nd episode, we saw Suki and Sokka meeting each other, and I thought it was like really nice and they had a lot of chemistry, but one of my friends said, but that also wasn't really Suki. Because when we saw Suki for the first time, she is such a fierce warrior, and she doesn't seem like someone who would just instantly fall in love with this boy coming to her island. Like, they completely made fun of Sokka back then by putting him in the dress and all, and they kind of got to like each other in a different way. not just looking at each other and being like, oh my god, I love this person. And I also really understood that. So maybe I was just like a bit too hyped about it all in the first three. Yeah, I know I was too hyped in the first 3 episodes. I was just like, Avatar is coming out. I was so fucking excited. Still am. But like the hype went down a bit, so now I can just like watch it reasonably, you know. But yeah, those were just some things I wanted to mention. Very long intro, but I feel like it is important to kind of express my feelings about the show in general as well. And because those thoughts are constantly developing, I think it is, yeah, good to mention that. So I hope I'm making myself a bit clear, but yeah, that's how I'm thinking about it right now. Last episode was so good though. I think they really did Zuko's storyline justice though. I don't think I had any negative thing to say about that. It was emotional, it had me, and I cried, and now I'm just like, ooh, yeah, okay. Last 2 episodes, finale's probably gonna be good. So I'm very excited about this episode too. So let's just watch it.
Prince Zuko, the Imperial Guard. They're coming to take the prince into custody. What? I was just on Admiral Zhao's ship, going over the latest fuel usage figures. With Dang stepped out to take a message. I overheard them discussing new orders from the Fire Lord himself. Bring Prince Zuko back to Capital City where he is to stand trial for treason.
Treason? That means he'll be here any minute.
Treason? He didn't really do anything, right? Yeah.
How he's convinced Ozai
It is Zhao's doing.
Zhao's figured out you were the one that freed the Avatar. Prince Zuko.
Ah, yeah, okay. I forgot about that for a second.
Thank you, Lieutenant G. Stay safe, Your Highness.
I think the end of last episode did so much. Like, you really started to understand his crew and all, and yeah.
It was all too easy to get him to take the bait.
Oh. Oh.
What will you tell the Fire Lord about his son?
I'll tell him the truth. Chose to put his needs over those of his countrymen.
Blasting jelly.
Shit.
Zuko.
Deliver my condolences to General Iroh. I'm sure he's been through a terrible shock.
I always forget how big of an asshole he is. Like, I know. Then I seen him and I was like, yeah, he was an asshole, but why was he an asshole again? Oh, it's suddenly like watery ice, so I think it's time for the North. Oh. Episode is literally called The North. I think that gives me my answer.
So alone.
Oh, I'm so fluffy.
I'm shocked.
I haven't learned any of the other bending skills, and I'll probably continue messing up.
Yeah, can we please see him waterbend at least once? Come on. It's book water.
Team Avatar. Look! It's the Northern Water Tribe! We did it!
Aang always looks so happy when he's not being depressive. Oh yeah! Hell yeah. They're already expecting them.
Welcome to Agnikella.
This is beautiful.
It's way different than their village. They're thriving. Oh. Oh yeah, something terrible was gonna happen, so I think he's getting like flash forwards or something.
Your beast is in good hands. My men will take him to our Buffalo Yak stables, which are...
This is Master Paku. He is our senior waterbending master. And this is
And
my
he's an
daughter,
asshole.
Yue, leader.
There's something
Oh
we
god.
need to do. The North is under attack.
We know. We've been keeping track of them ever since.
With the power of the Avatar on our side, we'll teach them a lesson they won't soon forget.
He's like, oh, they're counting on me right now.
Stop staring.
There's something about her. Have we met her before?
No, now quit it before they think something's wrong with you. And when there
I think they, yeah, already think that. It's very easy to think that with Sokka. I remember, like, I was obviously already obsessed with her as a kid because she had white hair. Like, already as a kid, it was my dream to have white hair, and look where I am now.
Make what I'm about to say a bit awkward. The Fire Lord has given me the honor of leading a great armada with orders to conquer the North. I admit that I have little experience in battle. That also means that I have no track record of failure, unlike you.
That's enough.
I still don't really know what to think of Mai and Ty Lee.
Low average.
Oh.
But I defeated him.
Thus, you will undergo another trial tomorrow.
He's very harsh to his children.
Until he admits the truth. What truth? That I'm the one.
It just kind of feels like they're just standing there and just reading their script out loud. And I get Mai is a bit like that, but I talked to my friend about this, and he said it feels like all of these people, they look exactly how these characters would look like if they were actual people. And then there's like Azula, Mai, and Ty Lee, and they're just like 3 children who have the same outfit. He said like they kind of look like cosplayers. So yeah, I have to say like we haven't seen that much of Mai and Ty Lee yet, of course, because we're gonna see them more when we're also gonna see more of Azula in season 2 and all. But that's how I feel about it right now. Kind of disappointed in also what Mai looks like.
I just want to say thanks for helping me get here.
A world I wouldn't have seen if it wasn't for you.
Enjoying the food, are we?
It's delicious.
You say you were entirely self-taught.
Yes, I still have so much to learn. Couldn't wait to get here to meet other waterbenders, especially esteemed masters like you.
Yeah, and he's not gonna teach her. That was the whole thing, right? There was something with him that they didn't want to teach women or something like that. And then in the end, Aang also didn't want to learn from them.
Water is the element of change, and we waterbenders have always adapted to the flow of life. Go and find Yagoda. She is one of our finest instructors, and she can start you on your journey.
Thank you, Master Paku.
Yeah, and then she's gonna do something like completely different than Aang. I think that was it. I'm just kind of trying to remember.
Cloudberries?
Sokka's honestly so relatable when I have a crush. I feel him. But I would never even have the courage to actually step up to them.
There you go.
Wow. That looks good.
You can help me finish this.
It's delicious.
He said he wanted me to see how things worked in the tribe because someday it would be my responsibility. I'd hide out here with the Grands and make dessert.
You are just a girl.
What?
You think I wasn't a girl?
I figured with you being a princess and all.
That I was stuck up?
Yeah.
That's what I was like, what do you mean?
You're ordinary. Not ordinary. I think I should stop saying words now.
I love serving my community. Every now and then I just have to go somewhere and...
Make dessert? It was my duty to protect the village. I took that seriously.
It's your responsibility.
Yeah.
You completely understand me.
Times I wish I could be...
Just a boy?
Knew she was gonna say that.
How do I know you?
Princess Yue.
That was her fiance, right? Oh. Oh, that was also the voice.
Welcome to our ice wall. It has withstood attacks for over a century.
I'd love to talk to our brother from the south. Some combat advice.
Me? You want to ask me about fighting?
If something none of us have. Experience.
Oh.
Would you mind coming to talk to them?
Sure.
Great.
Might I suggest you lead the offensive front? Spearhead an attack.
They're
Actually, airbending is primarily a defensive.
really expecting way too much from him already.
You're the Avatar.
I haven't mastered any other bending. But that's why I came here.
But we've heard stories of how you've saved communities. How were you able to do all that?
Airbending.
My friends helped me.
It would have been wise to have focused on your training during your journey.
I mean, in the animated series, he did waterbend a bit with Katara, right? Now he hasn't like done it at all.
Water is life.
Oh yeah, and they just do the healing, stuff like that.
Master Paku told me we'd be having a special guest today. Would you like to try it?
I mean, it's also an important thing to learn, but kind of stupid if that's the only thing they want to teach her.
You are a natural.
I've gotten good at picking things up quickly. Nothing to focus your mind, like fireball coming at your head. When did we get to fight training?
Excuse me?
I think my basic forms are pretty good, but...
I'm sorry, but women don't fight. We
There
use
you
our
have it.
skills to heal.
I think my skills lie more in combat, so if it's okay, I'd like to train in fighting techniques.
Women aren't allowed to fight.
Aren't allowed?
This was always so sad, like she's been looking forward to this for an entire season. Maybe even longer, like your entire life probably. To just, yeah, get taught by someone and then you get disappointed like that.
Princess Yue. She seems great.
She's dedicated, kind. She is the best of us.
You like her?
The princess and I, we were betrothed.
Oh,
It was
we're
arranged by our parents when we were children, but she broke it off. But she never gave a reason why.
You would have gone through with it? You would have married her?
I think that's kind of obvious. The way he looks at her and all.
Thank you for coming to pay your respects to Avatar Kuruk.
I'm hoping Kuruk
I
can
can't wait for the whole Yue storyline. I have been looking forward for that for the entire season now.
Is that a problem?
During his time as the Avatar, Kuruk didn't engage much with the world. Some say he became enamored with the spirit world and spent most of his time there. That meant he wasn't around much to help us deal with our problems.
Let everyone down.
I believe there must be more to his story.
So exciting to see all the avatars.
Hello, A.
Avatar Kyoshi showed me a vision of Agnikella being destroyed by the Fire Nation. I need to stop that from happening.
You can't. If she showed you the North being destroyed, then it will happen. But the battle's outcome is still uncertain.
I'm just one kid.
No, you are the Avatar.
She said it gave me the strength of 1,000 benders. I can use that power to save the North.
You need to first master the other discipline.
She could channel the power through my body. You can do that.
That's not possible.
Yes, it is. Kyoshi did it.
I'm not Kyoshi.
But you still could.
After I became the Avatar, I discovered dark spirits were on the verge of crossing over into our realm from the spirit world. I had to stop them, so I spent my life fighting them, damaged my body, and corrupted my soul. I wouldn't be able to control the Avatar state any more than you could. I still couldn't save the one that mattered the most. A predatory spirit came to seek vengeance on me. Umi, my beloved, paid the ultimate price. The spirit stole her face.
Yeah, we've seen her.
The Avatar must walk alone, or else the ones you love will suffer.
I'm just a little tired.
I guess you need to go and recombobulate.
I knew it. It was you.
Yes.
You're the fox.
Yes. Not long after I was born, I got very sick, pleaded with the spirits to save my life. The moon spirit answered his prayer and imbued me with some of its essence and restored my life. That's the night my hair changed color.
You're a spirit?
Part spirit, mostly human. It also means I have the ability to visit the spirit world in my dreams.
So you pop over there just for fun?
Wouldn't you?
First was also like, there has to be like a really deep reason why this fox is there, and I kind of forgot about the whole Yue storyline.
Why did you turn down Han?
Han is wonderful, but he is not the boy of my dreams.
What? That happened kind of out of nowhere? Like, we all know they're gonna have like a very short relationship, but that is gonna happen. But this was weird. That came so out of nowhere. Whoa, I didn't feel it at all.
Bears the burden.
I can't get over that. Yeah, he's not the boy of my dreams. Looks at Sokka, who she has known for half a day. You are, and kisses him. I can't get over that.
So you should talk to Kuruk?
Was he able to help?
No.
Where will I be stationed during the battle?
Women aren't allowed in combat. I thought you knew
I didn't. I wouldn't have accepted it if I did.
how things are done.
It's stupid and it's wrong.
It's also wild how in the beginning he was like, yeah, water is the element of change and progress, and then they're like, yeah, but women can't fight.
Women aren't strong.
Like, this is the most old thought you could have, and you're like, yeah, water is always going forwards.
They won't let me fight. They become frozen in time. We should talk to Yue. Or maybe...
Maybe we should listen to them. Maybe it's better if you didn't fight. This battle, people are gonna get hurt and die. I can't lose you in Sokka.
I know that whole talk with, what was his name, the other avatar, that it scared him, but that's not really the right thing to say to Katara right now, I think. As much as it hurts already. That is a big ship. Oh, I think it's just a regular ship, but it looked really big because they were filming it like that. Yeah.
The waterbenders are neither weak nor cowardly. Underestimating them will lead to tragic consequences.
I have personally made arrangements to ensure our victory. This is destiny.
He's attacking the fortress head-on, like a bull in heat. I
fear I've underestimated Xiao.
Yeah, I figured that out as I was swimming away from the burning wreck of my boat.
Have you got a plan yet?
A plan?
Like, I knew he was gonna come back, but I kind of forgot how. So when he was talking to him, I was like, is it? Yeah, it is. Okay.
The plan is to reclaim what's rightfully mine.
So no plan.
I'm working on it, Uncle.
He looks kind of cute with the helmet.
It's almost as if he's working with someone else. Someone much smarter.
Way smarter.
Choose your opponent.
All of them.
No.
Oh.
I'm done.
Azula, stop playing games. Fight. Or fail.
No.
You dare.
Yeah, that's what he does when his children don't do everything he says. Is she gonna... Oh! Yeah.
You want to test me? Set me loose. Let me go into the world and show you what I can really do.
I'm gonna challenge Paku to fight. I know, he's a master. I know he's probably gonna mop the floor with me, but it doesn't matter.
Remember back at the Southern Air Temple when you said we had to go with Aang? You were right. If we hadn't gone with him, I wouldn't have seen how 2 kids from the Southern Water Tribe can measure up to anyone. Even strapping young Northern Water Tribe warriors.
Sokka, if you're trying to talk sense into me, you're not doing a very good job.
Sense? No, what I'm trying to tell you is go kick his ass.
I'm not going to fight you.
Because you're afraid of what you might learn, that you're wrong.
Please, go back to the healing huts with the other women.
I hate him so much. Proud Sokka.
Study closely.
I love how all the children are just like, oh. Was also be really empowering to the young girls, because they've been told like, yeah, you're gonna be a healer when you get older, while they maybe want to fight too.
Had enough?
Is that all you got?
Let's go! And now maybe Aang will realize too that, yeah, they're wrong. If Katara can be this brave, he can be too. That is some frozen shit. Oh yeah! Bet they don't know that trick yet.
I'll say this. You're an excellent waterbender.
But you still won't let me fight.
No.
How did you do that? Can you show me?
I doubt anyone's gonna say you're not strong enough now.
I'll just say I lost.
Did you?
You said you're afraid of losing us, but it's my decision to fight. Not Paku's and not yours.
And do you think we came all the way here just to leave you on your own, silly Avatar?
Silly Avatar.
I don't know if I can protect you.
Worrying about who will or won't get hurt, it's not just the Avatar who has to deal with that.
Kuruk, Roku, Kyoshi.
Oh, Kuruk, yeah.
They all said that I need to do this by myself.
Yeah, well, they all lost people in their lives, and that's why they think that, but I feel like everyone loses people in their lives, especially when there's war. This is his life as the Avatar, so... Oh, like I said before, I always forget he exists, and then he's just there. Oh yeah, they're there.
Fire Nation's here. Time to fight.
And that's gonna happen in the next episode, okay? Damn. So yeah, I really liked this episode again. Like I said before, I felt like the 4th and 5th were a bit weaker, and I didn't really like it that much then anymore. But it did really build up towards this. Yeah, also like I said before, I feel like it's kind of fun that I watched it 3 years ago and that everything is like a bit vague. Because like, I know that there's something up with everything, but then I'm like, wait, but how was it again? Like the way how Zuko would come back. How would he come back again? Then he's suddenly there. So it still kind of like shocks me in some way. And I like that. When I saw Paku, I was instantly like, we don't like him. But why didn't we like him again? And then it's just slowly going back like, oh yeah, he wouldn't let women fight. The whole story with Yue, like we all know what's up with Yue. Like I know she's gonna turn into the moon and all that sort of stuff to like save everyone. Sorry, spoiler alert, but I suppose you've all watched this. But I did kind of forget about, oh yeah, she was sick as a child and that's why they made the deal with the spirits. So yeah, it's so fun to like have it all kind of come back to you. And I'm like so into Avatar again. I'm definitely gonna do a full rewatch after this, and then maybe Korra after it. I'm just gonna reclaim it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And then it's probably gonna take like 3 years for season 2 to come out, and then it will be 3 years again since my last rewatch, and then I'll have the same thing with season 2. But yeah, it was a fun episode. I was so excited to see the North, and I wanted to see it for the entire season. I was just like, when are they getting to the North? And they're finally in the North, and yeah, it's fun. I like the battle between Katara and Pakku. It's like we've seen some waterbending, but mostly the waterbending we've seen is from Katara. And Katara is someone who is still learning it herself, so she's kind of doing the basics right now. She has like some cool tricks, she figured that out, and that's all cool, you know. But then Pakku, he's a master, he's like a really good waterbender. So it was really fun to see this kind of fight and see, yeah, him just doing these big moves and all, and it all kind of reminded me of Korra and but yeah, I think it was a really fun episode, and yeah, it all just looks very similar again. I really like that too. Yeah, I'm just reading some comments real fast, and I do really agree with this one. Like the fight, it was really nice, and yeah, something a lot of people were looking forward to. But the actress who's playing Katara, I feel like she's kind of missing that anger, and that's what this comment says too. And I felt too like in the beginning I said, okay, she's a bit less whiny, but at the same time she doesn't have that like anger, and that is like a really Katara-like something I always kind of liked about her. It really made the character, you know, and that's also like way less, because like in this picture, I don't know if you can really see it, but otherwise I'll just post a picture here. In this picture you really see, like especially in the top picture, like you really see that anger in Katara's eyes. And that is indeed something I am kind of missing with this actress. But to be fair, I think that is my biggest negative point about the show. I feel like that's a thing with all 3 main characters. Like, they're kind of missing what made the character so original. I feel like they're just very blank, you know? It's just like, their emotions are less strong? I hope I'm explaining it in a sensible way, but yeah, I think most people get what I mean. They don't have that specific thing that makes them them. And I think with Katara, it's really like the anger and being a bit over dramatic sometimes. With Sokka, it's really the goofiness. And with Aang, it's also, the goofiness. They were both, Sokka and Aang, like on a total different way, but they were both really goofy in the animated series, and that they completely took that away. So I think that is my biggest negative point about this show right now. To me, the biggest positive thing about this show is that everything looks so similar, and honestly, to me, it's just very exciting when they arrive to new places and I'm just like, oh my god, it all looks so similar, and it's so much fun to just being thrown back to like those old days where you were a kid and you were watching Avatar and you were like, oh yeah, here, this is where we are. Yeah, I think that's how I feel about it right now. I'm so excited for the last episode. I'm going to watch that now. And like I said, if you already want to see it, check out my Patreon, the link's in the description. You can see my full reaction to this episode there as well. And yeah, I'm just instantly going to watch it. I'm so excited. I really like the North storyline, and yeah, we're going to see more of it in the next episode. So let me know what you thought of this episode, and if you like my reaction, then please leave a like on this video and subscribe, and then I really hope to see you next time. Bye!